Good morning. Genesis chapter 42 is where we're going to start today. And verse 1. Now when Jacob saw that there was corn in Egypt, Jacob said unto his sons, Why do ye look one upon another? And he said, Behold, I have heard that there is corn in Egypt. Get you down thither and buy for us from thence, that we may live and not die. So in the promised land, in that land that Jacob was living in, that was really promised to him, there was famine also. And he asked the sons, Why do you look one upon another? In other words, the help is not with y'all. The help is not with us. We got to go down to Egypt where there is corn. And Joseph's 10 brethren went down to buy corn in Egypt. But Benjamin, Joseph's brother, Jacob sent not with his brethren, for he said, Lest peradventure mischief befall him. Something might happen to him, and he's the only child I have of Rachel now, so he can't go. And the sons of Israel came to buy corn among those that came, for the famine was in the land of Canaan. So everybody was going to Joseph from all over the area, from everywhere around. They heard there was corn in Egypt, and so they were coming to him to buy it. And Joseph was the governor over the land, and he it was that sold to all the people of the land. And Joseph's brethren came and bowed down themselves before him with their faces to the earth. Yep, that's what he dreamed. He dreamed that their sheaves would bow down to his sheaf. Let's go back there and look at it. You know, lately I've been reading in Daniel and I've been reading in Genesis, and there's so much about dreams in those two books especially. So much about people having dreams, kings having dreams, Joseph having dreams. And I'm still looking for the dreams here. Let's see. Here we go. Yep, dreams are in 37. And he dreamed that dream. He said, I pray you this dream which I have dreamed, hear it. For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheaf arose and also stood upright, and behold, your sheep stood round about and made obeisance to my sheaf. It made them mad for him to say that. But it was for their good. See, sometimes people don't want other people to have anything from the Lord. They don't want them to be blessed and helped, even if it's going to help them. They're jealous. But here the brethren are bowing themselves before him with their faces to the earth. The sheaves were bound down to his sheaf. And Joseph saw his brethren, and he knew them. How long it had been? Well, at least 20 years, because he was 17, and then there was 37 years of the plenty was ended, and now it was the ended of the plenty, and now it was the famine. So it might have been 21, 22 years. I don't know how far into the famine they were. And but he knew them, so it had been a long time since he'd seen them. And he knew them, but made himself strange unto them, and spake roughly unto them. And he said unto them, Whence come ye? They didn't recognize him. And they said, From the land of Canaan to buy food. And Joseph knew his brethren, but they knew not him. And Joseph remembered the dreams which he dreamed of them, and said unto them, Ye are spies, to see the nakedness of the land ye are come. And they said unto him, Nay, my lord, but to buy food are thy servants come. We are all one man's sons. We are true men. Thy servants are no spies. And he said unto them, Nay, but to see the nakedness of the land ye are come. And they said, Thy servants are 12 brethren, the sons of one man in the land of Canaan. And behold, the youngest is this day with our father, and one is not. And Joseph said unto them, That is it that I spake unto you, saying, Ye are spies. Hereby ye shall be proved. By the life of Pharaoh you shall not go forth hence, except your youngest brother come hither. Send one of you, and let him fetch your brother, and ye shall be kept in prison, that your words may be proved, whether there be any truth in you, or else, by the life of Pharaoh, surely you are spies. And he put them all together into ward 3 days. In jail, Joseph. It's something, isn't it? It's something how this is working out. Did you know that sometimes you don't know what to do with life? That sometimes it goes in such, I don't know, goes awry. It doesn't go the way that you think it's going to go. And sometimes you don't know what to do with life. But Joseph, it just came to him. That's what he should do, I guess. That he should treat them roughly. Accuse them of being spies. And give them a little dose of the medicine they gave him. See how they liked it. You know, he wasn't their brother. He was a slave to be sold. They aren't his brothers. They're spies. He gave them a little dose of their medicine. And now they're in jail for 3 days. And Joseph said unto them the 3rd day, This do and live, for I fear God. A clue. It was a clue, wasn't it? Now, there's another thing that's happening that probably made him very strange to them. He was probably talking to them through an interpreter, because they were not Egyptians and they didn't speak Egyptian. And he was probably speaking to them through an interpreter. And that made him seem even stranger. If ye be true men, let one of your brethren be bound in the house of your prison. Go ye, carry corn for the famine of your houses, but bring your youngest brother unto me. So shall your words be verified, and ye shall not die. And they did so. So he's letting them go because he didn't want their family not to have corn. But he was still exacting what they needed to have done to them. He was showing them that they had to do something in order to prove that they were true men and not spies. And they said one to another, We are verily guilty concerning our brother, in that we saw the anguish of his soul when he besought us, and we would not hear. Therefore is this distress come upon us. They were exactly right, weren't they? And Reuben answered them, saying, Spake I not unto you, saying, Do not sin against the child, and you would not hear. Therefore, behold, also his blood is required. So Reuben still thought he was dead. And they knew not that Joseph understood them. For he spake unto them by an interpreter. There's the answer. He did. He was speaking unto them through an interpreter. So that made him even stranger. But Joseph understood. He heard them. And he turned himself about from them and wept. And returned to them again and communed with them and took from them Simeon and bound him before their eyes. Now, remember Simeon and Levi, they were the violent ones. They're the ones that killed all those people in Shechem and took back their sister Dinah and took all the women and children, all of them captive and everything. So he bound Simeon before their eyes. Then Joseph commanded to fill their sacks with corn, and to restore every man's money into his sack, and to give them provision for the way. And thus did he unto them. So Joseph, in all of his giving them a dose of their own medicine, was being kind to them. He was giving provision for the way. He restored their money into their sack. He commanded that to be done, because he was the boss, and everybody had to do what he said. And they laded their asses with the corn and departed thence. And as one of them opened his sack to give his ass provender in the inn, he espied his money, for behold, it was in his sack's mouth. And he said unto his brethren, My money is restored, and lo, it is even in my sack. And their heart failed them, and they were afraid, saying one to another, What is this that God hath done unto us? So see, they didn't think of it as just happening. They thought God was doing it. And they were right. He was. I was wondering about this while I was teaching that little part. I was wondering how far it was. Let me get my atlas. I was wondering how far it was to go from where they were staying, I believe it was in Hebron, to where they went in Egypt. Let's see. The sale of Joseph. He was sold there in Dothan and brought down there to in Egypt. Let's see how far it is. It's, let's see, about 60. That's 4 times 60, 20, 240 miles, about 30. 270, maybe 300 miles, close to 300 miles, or 250 miles to go to Egypt. So how long do you think? I don't know how far they could travel with those donkeys. 250 miles. But I know it probably, even if they could go 20 miles a day or 30. You think 30? I don't know. It took them a while. It took them a while to come and go from Egypt. So they came and went, and here they are. It says they were in an inn when one of them saw his money in the sack. So they were staying in whatever place they could find, I guess, and this was an inn. And so they were afraid when they found their money was in their sack. And they came unto Jacob their father unto the land of Canaan, and told him all that befell unto them, saying, The man who is the Lord of the land spake roughly to us, and took us for spies of the country. And we said unto him, We are true men, we are no spies. We are 12 brethren, sons of our father. One is not, and the youngest is this day with our father in the land of Canaan. And the man, the Lord of the country, said unto us, Hereby shall I know that you are true men. Leave one of your brethren here with me, and take food for the famine of your households, and be gone. And bring your youngest brother unto me. Then shall I know that ye are no spies, but that ye are true men. so will I deliver you your brother, and ye shall traffic in the land. So they're telling them what Joseph said. Now, to me, this is kind of a wonderful spot in God's Word. Because Jacob's hearing his words, the words of his son again. Jacob thought his son was dead. And they are relating to him what happened. And the man that's the one that's talking is his son. It's amazing and wonderful, isn't it? And so they said, they told him that. They told Jacob what Joseph had said. They just called him the Lord of the land. And it came to pass, as they emptied their sacks, that behold, every man's bundle of money was in his sack. And when both they and their father saw the bundles of money, they were afraid. So it wasn't just one of them that had his money back. That's what they thought when they were going the rest of the way. But no, it was all of their money was in their sacks. And Jacob their father said unto him, Me have ye bereaved of my children. He blamed it on them, which was true. It was their fault. It's so peculiar sometimes how people speak the truth that they don't even know. You know, they don't even know they're speaking the truth. There's a place about David that he's pretending to be mad, and he's scrabbling there around, foaming at the mouth and stuff, acting like he's mad. And the men say, why is he, this man that's playing the madman, why is he here? Why, he's playing the madman. When I read it in the Bible, I go, they said just the truth. But it didn't, that's not what they thought. And right here, Jacob said, Me have ye bereaved of my children. He's blaming them. Joseph is not. He's blaming him for that. And Simeon is not. And ye will take Benjamin away. All these things are against me. You're going to take Benjamin from me too, which was Rachel's youngest boy. And Reuben spake unto his father, saying, Slay my 2 sons, if I bring him not to thee. Deliver him into my hand, and I will bring him to thee again. And he said, he didn't pay one mind to Reuben. And he said, My son shall not go down with you, for his brother is dead, and he is left alone. If mischief befall him by the way in the which ye go, then shall ye bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave. So it right now appears all bad to Jacob. He's got corn, he's got food, but Simeon was gone now. And he wasn't going to send Benjamin to get gone. He thinks these boys of mine, every time I send them anywhere, or every time I send somebody after them, one of my boys is gone. And that's what he was afraid of. And so he wasn't having it. They had food. So tomorrow we'll see what happens. And can you imagine Joseph back there? I know he had to probably go peek in at Simeon every day. Maybe even went and talked to him. Who knows? But I can imagine Joseph thinking about when they came back, what it was going to be like. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you.